so
much.
So you've talked about the percentile and the RIT score. Is there anything else?
Yeah, you also get the Lexile Level, which is a measurement of, that you can use, something you can use to help find books. It gives you a gauge of books that your child can understand, but will still challenge them enough to grow.
Okay. Yeah. And we have an article on our website about the Lexile score too. And you can look like for library books or other books with that Lexile score and find, once you have that score, that's nice that you can say, okay, my child can read all of these books at this level. And so that is a very helpful piece of data. So Michelle said, is this just spring or fall testing?
We offer testing in spring, fall, and winter. So we test from August 15th to June 15th.
Good to know. Okay. So any other data? Or is that's definitely enough?
Yes. We give you a kind of a growth prediction. So we tell you, all right, how many points your child's RIT score in each subject would need to grow to keep them within the percentile range that they're at. And then also, what if you're trying to, if you want a stretch goal, what's a reasonable stretch goal?
So that's very helpul.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes we either overestimate or underestimate as parents. And it's nice to maybe have that predictor of, what is possible instead of what number I come up with in my mind.
Exactly. It gives you a better idea of kind of what's a fair thing to aim for. And so you can start talking to your kids about what you're going to work on and why. And then we give you usually anywhere from 30 to 60 pages of learning statements, which are specific skills that you could be working on with your child that are in their ZPD, which is their zone of proximal development. So these are skills that they have the background they need to learn, but they aren't able to, it's not intuitive to them. So that is the range where it is most useful to teach because they need the instruction, but they're ready for it. That's so, and there are a few ways because it's just a ton of information. Probably the best way to use the learning statements is like if you have read a book together as a family and you're trying to think about, okay, what are we going to talk about with this? You can go kind of shopping through your learning statements and say, okay, so in literature, Johnny is ready to talk about character development and how it influences a story. So you can have that conversation with them, and then you can kind of go through for each of your kids about what kinds of things they're ready to learn in the area that you're talking about as a family, or based on what else is going on in their curriculum. And it gives you kind of a lot of guidance, really concrete guidance about how to individualize what you're doing with your kids to help them grow.
Right. I love that shopping list, because sometimes you just want to say, okay, let's make this fun and not too too technical. And so especially like when you're doing like just family read out loud, to use it in that way. That would